Hi, my name is Shilpa Subramaniam. I'm here on behalf of Team Panda, which includes myself, Chamila Mithiragala, and Hannah Ko. This is our project, Lecture Helper, which is a final project for CS411 at UIUC. Basically, the purpose of this project is to help people handle large lectures well. So whether they're a student or a professor, it helps them in the sense that if a student is particularly shy or there's just too many people in the class in the lecture to ask a question or have it addressed properly, or if a professor is just completely overwhelmed with the number of questions and can't really pick out which ones are relevant, which ones are the best ones to answer at a given point in time, this site kind of helps with that. So let's get started. Let me create an account. So okay, so this is my professor account. And here I can do two things. I can either add a class or I can subscribe to a class. I want to do both. So we've actually added some classes already, and I'm going to subscribe to one of them called CS233. Okay, so I've subscribed to them. The admin is someone other than myself. And I'm also going to add a new class. I'm going to call it CS777, and the key is going to be A, B, C, D. And I'm going to name myself as an admin. So here I have the two classes that I'm subscribed to. One is one I created and another is one that I haven't. So basically CS777 is something that doesn't have any classes yet, any questions yet, I'm sorry. So it's not very interesting. So let's look at CS233, which is actually pretty interesting because we had actual CS233 students use this site and post questions to this class. So it has some pretty interesting data. So let's look at that. So here are some of the best questions to address at the moment. We actually just added some of these questions. So the point of this section of the site is to give the professor an idea of what the best and most relevant questions are to answer at the moment. And we actually use a little bit of NLP to decide which questions go here. It's basically to trim down the whole bulk of questions to like a very small subset of very good questions and very relevant questions. And then here we also have a general list of all the questions that have been asked over the course of the class. And so this is one part of the professor view. Another part is our visual suite. So we have timelines for each lecture, and we actually have two timelines for this particular class. So we'll look at the timeline that's actually from the actual CS233 review lecture first. That's here. So here are all the questions. Yellow bubbles denote a low confusion level, orange bubbles denote a medium confusion level, and red bubbles denote a very high confusion level. These are also some of the tags that were that people added when they submitted their questions. So this timeline actually doesn't do a great job of kind of showing all of what our timelines can do because all of these tags were asked with the same frequency. So one of the features of our timeline is that if a tag is asked with a particularly high frequency, it'll have a larger font. So we actually have another example that'll show you how that works. So here we have some test data, and so here loop fusion is a tag that has been entered more frequently, and prefetch is one that hasn't been used as frequently. And once again, here are the questions, and when I kind of glide over the bubble, I get the question. So this about wraps up the professor view. Let's move over to the student view. I'm gonna log out. So I'm going to so here I can okay. So here is my main student page, and I can subscribe to a class. So let me subscribe to CS233. And here I can go to that, and now I can ask a question. So let me ask a question like, and let's say I'm very confused about this. I can ask this question, and it immediately shows up here, and it also shows up on the professor view, and if it is a particularly relevant question, or a particularly good question, it'll show up on the recommended questions to answer part of the professor view. So this about wraps it up for the site. We hope you enjoyed this. Thank you.